Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pillars of Eternity 2. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're just to join me today here in the tavern in an island to the west of Nekataka. And I actually just now thought, and I also want to go there and get that. We'll see. I also
What can I do for you? Figured that you're right. What
just
do you
now
want?
thought
How heavy's
that I can rent a room and rest. Which is something I don't often do in any game at all, because I'm cheap. Anyway, oh, that's not an entrance.
Well, the pleasure is mine.
What the pleasure is mine. It is, it is. It is. And that's burps. Okay, let's get out of here. I was gonna steal that stuff. I think I looked at it, and it's not really that great or something. Anyway, we are in Delange, a free city. It's a wall-free city, and we can go to multiple places, which is really cool. Let's go, okay, let's go over here to the Balefire Beacon. They have a beacon, that looks amazing. I've been to a beacon recently. Actually, lighthouse is probably the correct term. I've been to a lighthouse recently, and I drove a stupid little Opel Corsa front-wheel drive, 70 horsepower down a huge ravine, and then I had to murder the clutch to get back up. But I did it, and then right after that, somebody, a local, went down there with a crappier car and just absolutely taught me a lesson in regards to how to do that road. Oh my god, I suck. But anyway, we are moving on, and we are exploring. We have a mission. We also, I don't know where to need to go, but we got a mission last up. An honored guest. That's not it. No, that's not it. It's a task. It's an actual task. Iron Gut, that's right. There's some dude that swallowed the gem, and now the gem is killing him. And what a pretty statue right there. New point of interest. Furrante's study. Oh no. Furrante. That's... I require... Yeah... He's not here, but we might be able to do this quest without,
Real quiet now.
I don't remember his name, but without him. A lot of money! That's really great. 100 golds and 200 coppers. Let me just... That's Furrante, I suppose. We have something over here. The Doughty Burglar. A dear wooden farce. I don't remember where this goes. The second part I seem to recall being better. That is one painting right there. And I don't recognize the face, so... I don't know if it's a developer or what. And we also have a kappa leaf over here, which is food, or an ingredient, actually. Huh. Definitely need to come back here with whatever his name is. But we'll do that after we're done with the island, because there's no downside to skipping some. Another sighting, I suppose. No, he's just talking about things. About the floating hangman and whatever. And we just keep meeting things. Captain Furrante! I guess we met Captain Furrante. Is that her? Excuse me. Why can I look at these things? Captain Mur Trevizilu is inscribed on the back of the chair. Captain Goldfin Chiara. Captain Two-Eyed Pim. Aw. Need to go over there. Captain Furrante the Last Marchesso is inscribed at the back. This is Aeldes the Seawolf. We've met with her. And the Seawolf, that's interesting. I'm wondering if it's a play as in the She-Wolf and the Seawolf. I don't know, or maybe I just have She-Wolf in my head because I've been reading the... I don't remember the name of the chapter, but it's one of the chapters of the first book in A Song of Ice and Fire. Captain Brutal Benworth. No, he's dead. He's dead. Ooh, but this is important stuff. This is the leadership of the Principe. I might be in way over my head. We'll find out. Captain Mad Morena is inscribed on the chair. Hey, maybe Captain Furrante over here can help me out with oh, that's Bim. Oh, they're here. Yeah, it can help me out with Mad Morena, because, yeah, I don't know. Hi.
Much ado to you, Casita.
Ado is not an English word here. It's a greeting. The captain flourishes a sweeping bow. When he bends forward, a golden swallonet slips from his collar to dangle on the end of his chain. He tucks it away as he straightens, but not before you notice the etching on his front side. It marks him as the third chair on the Consuaglo Mes Casita.
A word of advice. Guard your back in dunnage. You have not yet carved a name for yourself or your crew. Yet you choose to swim in a sea of sharks. Should one take a bite, the Consuelo will not intervene.
Consuelo. No, I will bite the Consuelo.
Elsewise, how might I be of assistance?
I like it. I like it a lot. I have Benweth Swollenet, and that's where I remember the word originally from. And I believe that is not actually money, but, well, it might be like just a coin that they use, but so it can be money, but it's like it's used for a different thing. I want 4th seat on the Consuelo Miss Casita.
The Consuelo will need to vote on it. But with your reputation, and if you vanquished Benwith, as appears to be the case, I do believe you are the most qualified to take his place, Huck. I will speak with Furrante so that he may consider the matter further.
Oh, it's a man. Okay.
You have my ear, Casita. Of what do you wish to discuss today?
So tell me about the Consuelo Miss Casita.
Yes, our Council of Captains.
He tips his head towards the semicircle of elaborately ornate chairs aligned on the other side of the room.
There are 7 seats on the Consuelo, each occupied by a high-ranking captain within the Principe. Seat holders convene to vote on a variety of issues concerning the Principe's well-being. To claim a seat, a captain must have substantial backing and sufficient power, both politically and physically. Furrante, the last Marcheso, holds the highest ranking seat because the most ships in our entire fleet have pledged loyalty to his flag. As you can guess, the Sea Wolf, Aldis, commands the 2nd most numerous fleet of ships. As such, she is the 2nd chair, and I am the 3rd.
He rolls his head on his neck as if to work out a stiff muscle.
Perhaps you would like to attend the proceedings when the Consuelo next convenes.
Why do you speak like a Valian? The captain arches a dark brow.
I met Furrante decades ago. Many years I sailed as his first mate before building my own humble fleet.
With an affected shrug, he sweeps a hand to indicate the room.
When in the Principe, do as the Valians do. Unless, of course, you have no care for tradition or the continued sustainability of our way of life, like some filthy new blood.
Some filth? I like the sound of that. Do you mean to tell me that it is it's common enough for bloods to not, which is actually a word used properly, not sure in this situation, but whatever, for bloods to not to have any care for tradition and or the continued sustainability of your way of life? Because I want that. Is there someone or some place I should avoid while in Dunage?
You may have noticed a divide between old blood and the new.
You said it.
By which I mean those who descended from or otherwise hold old Valia in grand esteem, and the varied and often uncouth recruits we have since brought into the fold. I assure you the latter was supremely by necessity, though perhaps I am ill-equipped to throw stones. As a casita of some repute, you will be most welcome in the king's coffin. But you should watch yourself throughout the Radiant Court.
I wonder if the game ever uses casita as for men. I don't know. I believe I've seen that word before, but that sounds feminine to me. With the at the end, being that the Valens are obviously Italian-inspired, or at least Romance language-inspired. There would be casito, if you want to keep the little accent there, even though that's a weird accent. It normally would be the other one, but whatever. Well, not necessarily. There's cases where you use that in Romance languages. I mean, of course, for this game they can come up with whatever they want. Hello, Captain Furrante.
Ah, Watcher. Good, you have arrived.
Chin jutting upward, he grants you a winsome smile. His left cheek dimples as the smile spreads to show teeth.
I know that dimple. Had you in my sights once, but you've been down to lace your boot. It's the ones who get away that hurt the most.
Maya glances away in sighs.
A coincidence, surely.
Expression tight, he eyes the rifle strapped to her back. Which she doesn't, because she uses double pistols. Furrante rubs his thumb over his golden swallow-net, violent thoughts gliding over his face like dark clouds. Then he smiles, but it's a vicious expression more than a pleasant one.
A little seabird informs me that you have dealt with our mutual problem, the scoundrel Benweth.
His eyes glint as a fierce grin cuts across his face, and his lone dimple deepens.
Gelarde, for this you have my grandest commendation.
He had it coming.
That he did.
Furrante strokes his fingers down the line of his jaw, eyes downcast in thought.
And as promised, I have prepared for you a fine prize.
You didn't promise, because I haven't met, but maybe he sent me a letter. Huh. With a sweep of his arm, he offers you a magnificent cloak.
However, there is another matter of which we must now speak. I must confess to you a bit of a problem has arisen. One which speaks to your expertise with the supernatural. We've sighted the floating hangman that haunts the Deadfire.
Have we any sketches of it? What is that? Arcana. That's interesting. I wouldn't mind documenting the phenomenon.
A few somewhat crude ones. Not many who encounter the floating hangman live to tell the tale, or otherwise record it. This galleon, what likely remains of the Fonferros, is a frightful legend.
Fonferros. Obviously Ferros there being the iron bit. Fon? Strength. That's cool. It's a frightful legend, he says.
We have been losing ships at sea, Amica. And not to those Valera ship-hunting bastards. I believe the floating hangman may be our culprit. Fortune favors us, as I have procured a survivor from such a recent sinking. You will consider what she has to say.
Head craning abruptly to the side, he barks a loud order.
Come forth, Selenia. Quickly now, or I will run rivers of your lethargic blood.
Selena. Was that it? Did I get the name wrong? Maybe. Sun-blistered and raw-boned, the pirate regards you both with a discerning glare. She tongues a chapped bottom lip, but keeps quiet.
Well, spit it out, Selenia, and try not to embarrass me before our guest.
Of course, Captain. It might have pretty hard near the end, but I spit the tale as best as I can.
The pirate touches a spot at the base of her skull and winces. She glances off to the side, eyes black and full of hurt. Furrante sighs and rubs tiredly between his brows.
Go on, Mom. Ready as I'm like to get me.
Okay. With a shiver, the pirate turns her black button... her black button eyes to you. They're black eyes. Are there button eyes? Is that correct? It should be button dash eyes rather than black button eyes. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't understand. I know what it means. It just anyway. Let's see. You will think hard and recount every detail. No. I'll try not to press you to remember more than we absolutely need.
You aren't quite what I expected, Watcher. You're...
She wets her lips.
kinder than most.
No. I just said words. Don't act like that was an option between being nice and not. Come on, game. Don't do that. Have I ranted in this Let's Play about that? Have I? I'll rant it in a little bit. Let's see. Selenia pointedly avoids Furrante's gaze. She's talking to him, or about him. A grimy hand scrubbing at her mouth.
Saw my old crew slaughtered me, my best mates, and even a few I hated. They weren't but blood and meat in the end. It branded the back of my eyes, that moment. High seas. Nothing but blue all around. Then... mist so thick you could taste it. Ships sailed from within. Out of nowhere was a hunt, not for loot, but for bodies. The ship, it looked...
She gropes at her hip, but there's nothing there. Fingers fumbling at the air, she bares her teeth.
Rotted. The crew, they were all undead. Couldn't stop them from boarding. Couldn't kill them. Couldn't even fight them in the end.
Tell me about them, the undead.
They were dreadful. Some were clothed, like maybe they'd only recently died. Others weren't more than moving bones. One was different. Her presence was overwhelming. Heavy. Flames burned in the place of her eyes. The crew shambled hard to do her bidding, even the ones who seemed hardly aware. Figured she was the captain, me.
She shrugs, gaze going far away.
There is a flag the floating hangman flies. A flag that once heralded the Fonferros of Old Valia. It belonged to a Darkotsi paladin of some legend, one Lucia Rivan. But Selenia's knowledge is limited in this regard. Let us instead ask her of a subject she may know.
Okay, how were you taken by surprise on the open sea?
Me and my crew were adept. Alert. Always. No. Weren't no one gonna get the jump on us. Was some magic foul. Just sudden like, the winds died, the waters fell flat and the air got heavy. They turned sky and the sea both against us. Then this thick fog roiled up at midday. Without a sound, the Spectre ship skimmed right out. It was too late. We couldn't outsail it.
When did this happen? She ruffles a hand through her short hair and scowls.
Dunno me. Drifted for days, maybe longer. Kept winking in and out after I ran out of drink.
One of mine found her no more than a week ago. Malnourished, dehydrated. The poor girl was scarcely able to speak.
Well, I'm more than able to gabble now, aren't I? Could sail, too. No, you got no reason to keep me.
She flits her hands over the softness of her shirt. Again, and that's a perception check, her fingers hesitate close to her hip, the fabric crinkled there where a pistol might normally be strapped. A muscle ticks in Furrante's jaw, but he otherwise ignores her.
Perhaps there is something else you wish to ask of our guest before she departs from us.
So how did you survive the attacks?
Calling me Craven? Huh, sure, I am.
And she snorts. She rubs at the back of her head rough, like she needs it to hurt.
Took a knock-in and I was out for a while. When I came to, they were eating Ganasco, our steward. I dropped a dinghy and rode for it. Don't know why they didn't give chase. Don't much care me.
Okay, that'll be all. Selenia cuts a glance to Furrante for confirmation. When he dismissively waves her away, her black eyes narrow and she raises her chin, defiant. But then he turns his full gaze to her, suddenly seething, and she shrinks in on herself. Fist shaking at her side, she reluctantly retreats.
She belongs to Aldis, who undoubtedly will come to claim her soon. But that is a problem for another time.
Yeah, don't seem to be able to do much about any of this stuff. Okay.
One moment, Watcher.
The captain scowls at Selenia's retreating back, a dark anger warming his cheeks. Selenia is loyal to Aldis. Neither of them adhere to the same principles as you. Wonder chases across his face. It lightens the color of his eyes.
How very clever of you. Indeed, the White Kestrel and her crew were pledged to Aldis.
He drums his fingers against the blunderbuss strapped to his chest.
However, it is not by virtue of Aldis that Selenia yet lives, and I would have that well remembered. I can be a generous leader, you understand.
And you can be a ruthless one too?
Truly.
I love that, the way that was said. He grins, errant and dangerous. On his left cheek, his dimple cuts deep.
Allow me to cut to the heart of it. Lucia Revan, whose flag flies atop our spectral ship, was a Dakotsi paladin who died more than 200 years ago. It is my hope that uncovering the details regarding dear Revan's fate in life may illuminate the nature of her undeath and how to defeat her galleon. Unfortunately, the only soul who could possibly shine more light on our situation lies buried deep within Neketaka.
Sounds good. I can go back there.
One Isir the Berethian.
Oh.
Now well rotted, I presume.
Yeah, I actually spoken with him. His brows hoist high up his forehead.
Meaning what? But at last, you were able to read his soul? Despite how much time has passed?
They say they say the dead tell no tales, but Isir was quite talkative.
You're trepanning me. Must be.
But he shakes his head as if he's already accepted the truth of his words, and you could tell that in the way the voice actor intoned that.
Well, Amika, I must ask that you enlighten me.
Well, he was a death guard. No, I don't want to antagonize him. Yeah, Isir had become a death guard. We exchanged words.
A death guard? How fascinating. And terrible. I must, of course, presume that you've unearthed a promising lead for us. Perhaps you were able to learn about Rivan's whereabouts, of where her spectral ship oft anchors.
Oh, and we read about this. Remember how yeah, it said in the journal, but I couldn't understand half of it. But yeah, Aesir tracked Riven after she had become a Death Guard. They fought near the Isle of Dusk. The captain stokes his chin, his gaze contemplative.
I can summon to mind no island with such name. Likely it hides now behind another. I will charge my best chroniclers to track our isle through the centuries. I believe you're becoming an invaluable asset to the Principe, and I deeply value each of my assets. You must accept this token of my immense appreciation.
That can be quite good for a dare, maybe. Furrante clears his throat, and then he tugs on the frilled cuffs of his sleeves, his posture more rigid than usual.
A matter of a rather delicate nature has arisen. One which I believe could benefit from your, let us say, expertise. An associate of mine is in need of a favor. A favor that necessitates a great deal of discretion. See to this for me, and I will weight you with a considerable amount of coin.
And who might this associate be?
A wealthy and influential man. What more do you need to know?
Well, what exactly would I be doing?
My associate conducts dealings with a group of traders of a sort. The traders are having a bit of trouble with their newest stock.
Right. Why do I think these are slavers? The word stock there, I'm pretty sure stock can apply to anything, really. But it can also apply to animals. Right? I think so. And that's why I think it is slavers. It could be just Mad Morena. Why the need for such discretion?
It involves something of a sensitive topic among the Principi. I'll explain further once I can trust you're fully committed.
You can trust me. No, you can't.
First, swear it. I have your word on pain of death, Amica.
Oh yeah, of course.
Guano.
Guano means good. He grins darkly.
Then you're to head to Crookspur Island, where you'll meet with Master Kua. He runs the biggest slavers' port in the Deadfire. However, they've run afoul of the locals. So now, their trade routes are under constant ambush.
There's no reason to throw things out of the way for right now. We wouldn't have known this if we had come in here guns blazing, and we can apply the same principle from now on. We can come here after we've murdered all the slavers and their family. The Principi work with slavers.
No, it is my associate who does that dealing.
What? Wait a minute. Did I no ask slavers? Your associate deals with slavers. He runs... No. Yes, I have an associate who deals with slavers. Sorry, not slavers. I have a slaver associate. That's what he says. The no, of course, being misdirection. He pins you with a pointed look.
My opinion on the trade is of little matter. It is legal, unlike many of our own activities.
I don't see what legality and opinion have to do with either one or the other. I'll handle it.
Gelarde, I knew I could count on you. Here, I'll mark Crookspur on your charts.
Thank you very much, and the next time we meet...
When you get there, speak with Master Kua. Tell him I've sent you, and he'll fill you in on what he needs.
Oh, I'll fill him in quite well, don't you worry. Also, I still haven't been made a leader of this. I wonder if I can control the Principi. That's an interesting thing. Hey.
Ado, and how is the sea treating you, Watcher?
So, I have questions regarding the Principi.
Who better to ask than the first chair and highest rank on the Consuelo, Mescasitas? Ak, what is it you wish to know?
So, Dunarge is rather... it's a rather interesting port. Who first cobbled it together?
What matters is not who they were, Casita. Only that we took it from them. But as you are curious, I will tell you this. The architecture of Balefire Beacon suggests dwarven craftsmanship.
Huh.
My own research into the island upon which I established Dunwich paints these ruins in a picture of blood and agony. Whatever dwarves sought to make their refuge here were exterminated by a crush of Naga tidal waves and great sea monsters all at once. Fortuitously for us, Ondra shelters her loyal sailors more than wayward mountain dwarves.
That she does, I'm pretty sure. This is probably connected to the occurrences of the fallen moon or whatever. I'm pretty sure the moons are unstable around the Aora, so like every 400 years or something, there's like tidal waves that are very big, and that's how Wondrous cult works.
Ak, what is it you wish to know?
Paying homage to that. Remind me again of the Principe are?
We are a magnificent but largely landless people, so we have come to own the sea. To survive, we must seize prosperity where we can. Hence, we are oft labeled as pirates, smugglers, merchants of illicit trade, or mercenaries. It will not always be so, but it is for now. Ak, what is it you wish to know?
That last sentence is my hope, that it will not always be so, if you guys are not to all die. I want to talk about something else.
Come, let us share a fine conversation.
I'm curious to know you better.
Amika, do you know how I have lived so long in this life of piracy?
Good aim and knavish looks? He chuckles, sounding pleasantly surprised. Conspiratorially, he leans close.
It is not by blabbing all of my secrets to anyone who asks.
Well, you're not babbling them to anyone, you're babbling them to me. But anyway, farewell.
More is the pity.
Well. I thought we were gonna come here to the beacon and not find their leaders. That's why I didn't go to the other place. But apparently we did, and we have a quest and revelations. But we also have the end of the episode because we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pillars of Eternity 2. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.